Welcome back to the Bonfire Briefing Podcast Below the Surface Edition. Don't know what episode number. Didn't check before we started recording. Don't need to. It'll be in the title. We have two cats here with us. And they're not really with us.
They're chilling.
They're over there chilling, sleeping in the sun, like cats do. You brought some Swedish fish in here, and I think that's wild.
I think they're good. I think they're solid. If you're looking for something that tastes really like, if you like foods that taste like wax, the Swedish fish are good.
Yeah.
I really saw them, and I wasn't really. I know I said before I was going to really defend the Swedish fish, but
Yeah.
I did see them in the store, just in the Kroger with everything else. They were like $1 for a box of them, and I really didn't have a reason to get them. I just got a couple other things too. I just had to try them out. I have finished the box today. Um, yeah, no, they do kind of just. They're kind of one of your worst of your candies. So I don't know. We talked about candy bars. I don't know. We've had a few Mount Rushmores of favorite whatever kinds of items. What are your top four candies? Candy bars, like hard candy, all the shit.
All of it, everything. Yeah, I think we did candy bars on an early episode, and you did not like my list.
Give me your list.
I don't know what it was. It was like, well, Three Musketeers was on there, and I think that caused problems.
It's not that good.
It's pretty good, man. I like them quite a bit.
It's not top four though.
See, it is for me. I like them. I don't know. I don't know what else I had. I had a lot of nougat shit, and people don't like nougat as much as I do, which is fine. It's more for me. That's fair. It's whatever. Top four candy though. Reese's Cups are probably my number one
Well,
in
for Mount
anything.
Rushmore, they don't have to be. They can just be like. You don't have to go 1 through 4. You can just go. If you don't want to rank them, you don't have to rank them. Just top four. If you
Reese's Cups are on there. They are number 1 too. They're like George Washington.
They're your George
They're
Washington.
the George Washington of candies. Scoot a little closer to this, or actually, yeah, that'll do it. I'm looking at doing a little different thing recording today. Reese's Cups are on there for sure. After that though, it's kind of tough. Snickers goes on there.
Kit Kat's got to go on there.
Kit Kats are good.
See, I throw a Crunch Bar on mine. But if there's you ever ate a fucking whatchamacallit?
Probably at some point.
I don't think it's popular enough to throw on your list. But it's like your JFK. It doesn't make the Mount Rushmore, but it's a solid pick. You know?
Yeah. This is not candy related, but somebody did ask if you could redo Mount Rushmore. What 4 presidents would you pick on it? The caveat was, you don't use the previous 4, and you don't use anyone that's currently alive. And I did say JFK. I did put him on mine. I think he would, he would make mine. We don't have to go through the new president, Mount Rushmore. Candy is more important. Maybe we'll get back to it. I don't know. I know mine, so it'd be easy for me to rattle off.
Your president.
The presidents. The candy is odd enough harder. It's harder. I don't know.
Throw in let's do candy that's not can't be a mainstream candy. Like a fucking something you get. How about things you get at a cash register that aren't like a Hershey's bar related to Hershey's bars? Cookies and also cookies and cream Hershey's has to be. I don't know. The cat's doing weird shit over there. Anyways,
I feel like they can't see. No, I feel like you kind of need to do one for like chocolate and candy bars, and then you need to do one for like everything else, because we've literally just named like chocolate candy bars.
Yeah,
we haven't included any like fucking Sour Patch Kids.
I do have a box of Sour Patch Kids.
Love them. Let's see.
Back in the day, I loved one of them little fun dip things.
Yeah.
They're a little disgusting, though, if you really think about
it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that they make a top 10 or a top 4.
What about a fucking, this is not Did you ever eat a Wonder Ball when you were a kid?
Uh,
Remember the commercial? Or are you too fucking probably too fucking young for that?
no, I don't actually.
Shit,
No, I don't think
that's
I do.
crazy. That's crazy. I'm not gonna sing it. I'm not gonna sing the jingle on the pod.
No, might get. Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
It wouldn't be good.
We don't need any more warnings. Uh, one is enough. That's. I don't even know. I really like the. Well, I ate a lot of nerds as a kid. I don't know that I really
Oh,
liked them as much, but I did eat a lot of them.
nerds
They're
are a
pretty
good pick.
nostalgic.
They're good. That's a good pick.
Uh, they also had those ropes, like the nerd ropes.
I've eaten a couple fucking of those THC nerd ropes.
Yeah,
Those things are fucking
I think
great.
I have too. Uh, no, that makes the list. That's on the Mount Rushmore. Just gummies,
Oh,
weed
what
gummies.
about your best fucking what about your best edibles you've ever eaten? What do you rank them?
Uh,
Just fucking food wise. Like you're not the fucking one that puts you on your ass the most.
yeah. I mean, and brownies are a classic.
Brownies are a
I
classic.
feel like it's also a brownie, so it's pretty good. I'm also a chocolate guy, so like brownies are up there. Uh, Let me see. I also feel like you gotta mention those gummies you can get at dispensaries and shit like that
Yeah,
because they are nice.
they are nice.
They're good. They're not that expensive, and if you eat enough of them, you'll get where you want to go.
Shit, a
Um,
long time. I think in college I gave you some weed Cheetos.
yeah, I think it was Cheez-Its
Cheez
actually.
Its. It
It
was
was
fucking
Cheez-Its.
Cheez Its.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's funny. I was gonna mention those.
those things are good.
Yeah, some Cheez-Its. I don't know.
Shit, I don't know.
I haven't had any cookies,
It's
I
usually when
guess.
I'm traveling, out of state and shit like that. So,
Yeah,
fucking, I
yeah,
had some Rice Krispie treats and fucking,
yeah. Oh,
they,
yeah,
I don't remember where I got them. I was in DC, I think I got those. Yeah, I got them
yeah,
from anyways.
yeah. I've done a Rice Krispie treats. Those are definitely on the
Oh,
on the
yeah, my
Rushmore.
fucking cousin made me, he made me some, it's like a Rice Krispie treat, but he did it with fucking Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Holy
Oh
shit.
shit!
I will never forget those things.
Damn.
Yeah, shit. Brought those for my birthday. It was tremendous. Anyways, what
Oh,
other
that's
shit we
awesome.
got? We
Uh,
fucking
no, I don't know. Yeah, no, I feel like we nailed the weed gummies. We nailed the chocolate.
Speaking of candy, I have a transition for us. You know the story better. We have an update for all of our good listeners. The Cadbury Egg Bandit
Yeah,
has been sentenced.
he has. Yeah, I was listening to some news podcast thing the other day, and they said it as like an aside, like it wasn't a main story, but they said it, and I was like, whoa, wait a minute. We talked about this. It had to be 6 months ago when he got arrested, and no, we have an update. Joby Poole, who stole 200,000.
Is it like
Cat,
Joby, like Joby?
yeah, yeah,
Fucking
Joby Poole,
yes, English people.
free Joby,
Free Joby.
free Joby. Yeah, so they sentenced him to 18 months, but it's 18 months in jail, or no, 9 months in jail, and then 9 months on basically parole. Um, and he's already been in jail for 6 months, and that counts towards his time served. So he's got 3 more months in jail, and then 9 months of parole, and then he's back to doing whatever he's going to do next in life. Probably interviews.
Yeah, write a book.
This podcast,
Yeah, this
actually.
podcast actually. The
Yeah,
fucking Cadbury eggs 100% make my list of fucking chocolate or
they're
could be
so
the
good.
novelty candies.
Yeah, they're so fucking good.
I just fuck with Easter candy.
I
They're so
understand
good.
why he stole.
One of them good chocolate bunnies, the hollow ones. We talked about, me and you talked about this off the pod. You don't fuck with the hollow fucking Easter candy.
No, I want my candy to be thick.
I
I want
like
it to
the,
be full of chocolate.
but like you can get them like right after the fucking, you go to Walmart like the day after Easter, you can get them for like fucking 50 cents.
Yeah.
Shit ton of,
Oh, I mean, I won't. I mean, I wouldn't turn them down if somebody, if I ended up in possession of some.
yeah.
But if I'm having my first pick at it, I'm going for some rock solid thing of chocolate. Some that hurts to bite into. Some that you really got to just snap off there, and then you just lay on your floor in a coma.
Yeah, it's great. I eat those fucking those little gold bitches, the Ferrero Rocher. They got the fucking hazelnut inside of them.
Yeah,
Those are on my fucking list as well.
yeah.
Fucking
No, that's yeah, that's nice.
yeah.
Those are good.
What about a movie theater? What's your go-to candy in a movie theater?
Um, Cookie dough bites.
I get the bunch of crunch and I dump them in the popcorn.
Oh yeah, yeah. No, that's a good move. I like yeah, I like the cookie dough bites. I think it's nice. I get, of course, I get the biggest thing of popcorn I can get, and if they got that popcorn salt there on the counter, you know, that's probably filled half popcorn salt, half asbestos from the roof. You know,
Shit's good. It's good as
it's been
best.
touched by everybody. You know, there's all sorts of nonsense on that shaker, but you get it and you just, you
Go to
know,
town.
yeah. And if you're real skillful with it and your place has a good container, you do a little, you kind of move that popcorn around
Tosh,
and
yeah.
then you do it again. And then your mouth dry as the Sahara Desert 10 minutes into the
You
movie.
gotta use you like a Sierra Mist, which no longer exists. It's now what's it called? Squirt.
Uh, uh,
Starry. It's Starry.
Starry.
Squirt is a
Squirt.
different
Yeah,
one.
Squirt. Yeah, Squirt's been around, man. Uh, Starry, though. You know,
It's just a fucking Sierra Mist. It's fucking average.
yeah, yeah, no, nothing special about it. Yeah, no, yeah, I like the cookie dough bites. I like chocolate, so
Yeah.
cookie dough bites are real good. Big thing of popcorn, also biggest drink you can get because your mouth is going to be dry after eating all that popcorn salt.
Yeah.
You're going to be thirsty as a
If they
motherfucker.
give you access to the butter,
Ooh, it's game
COVID,
over.
COVID fucked shit up. I don't want to go to movie theaters too much, anyways. But I
Yeah,
feel like they took that. They fucking kept it behind the counter. You fucking bastards. Give
yeah,
me my butter.
yeah. I want to be able to just drown it. You know, I mean, look, if you're going to spend that much money at movie theater food, you might as well just go all out. You know, get the big drink, get the big popcorn, make it as unhealthy as they'll let you. Get some
And
candy.
go refill that shit partway through the movie.
Yeah, yeah. Uh, which you'll definitely need to do if you watch that Oppenheimer movie. It's
3 hours.
over 3 hour runtime for it. I mean, I'll watch a long movie, everything like that, but sitting in a movie theater for over 3 hours is not the most fun thing ever. I'm not a big movie theater guy. I like movies is kind of the thing, but I don't know. It's a lot of people. You're all sitting together. There's people being loud as fuck on their phones, people eating shit annoyingly, and you're trying to focus on a fucking serious movie about fucking Oppenheimer, you know?
3 hours is a big commitment too.
It is. Yeah. They used to do intermissions for big movies. They would have a little intermission in the middle, but they don't do that anymore, which is kind of odd because, they talk about attention spans and shit gone down because of social media, Vine, TikTok, that kind of thing.
Vine,
Yeah.
motherfucker,
I wanted to
Vine.
shout it out. I remember Vine. Yeah, it did though. Vine kind of like got it started, and then TikTok came in and was like, looking at anything more than 6 seconds long is going to be tough.
Does the Vine app still exist?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know that it does. I'm not sure what happened to it really. I don't remember. I remember Vine when it was big, and I remember seeing it, when it was getting shut down. But
It does not really exist.
wow, well, there you go. So yeah, I feel like asking people to sit through a long 3 hour movie. That's going to be tough for a lot of people, a lot of young people. This is Barbie's runtime, an hour 54 minutes.
It's a big commitment too.
That's a big commitment, but it's better than 3 hours.
Yeah.
I'd probably go watch Oppenheimer if I'd fucking had a reason to, or just a little bit stronger of a desire to, because I don't really, especially right now when shit's popping. Every movie theater you drive by is packed. They broke records and shit. You know, there was a lot of talk about maybe people are just not going to go to the movies anymore, but if Barbie and Oppenheimer are on screen, they will.
Not everything is available on the internet if you know where to look.
Yeah, no, that is true. Let me see. What do we have? What do we want to talk about before? Actually, no, no, no. Presidents, Mount Rushmore, the four. I would do. I said Kennedy was one of mine. I see. I see what you're doing over there. Let's see if it works. No, no, actually, don't play it. I don't want to.
Their volume's down.
Yeah, yeah. Well, wait.
Uh,
I don't know. We're just looking at a particular movie website, just kind of seeing what's going on. You know?
oh, this was, yeah, yeah. Everything's on the internet. It isn't
Yeah,
its best quality, but
yeah. Every movie, hell, sometimes before it comes out, it'll get leaked on the internet. That's just how the internet works.
it's what it is. I'm sure if you check on Twitter, you can find the full high quality version. Or if you call, or what do they call it? Are they calling it X yet, or are they still calling it Twitter?
I don't know. I think I don't think it does it on my phone, but when I looked at Twitter just on my computer earlier, and it did pull up the X symbol while shit was loading, and then
Yeah,
in the top,
I'm
it
not gonna
says
zoom.
X.
Fucking
I think that's dumb as shit.
to answer your question, JFK, not FDR. Well, actually, I don't know. Fucking Teddy Roosevelt, maybe FDR. I don't know. And well, we gotta include George Washington and fucking Lincoln's badass. Well, let me see. Washington, Lincoln, Teddy, and
Jefferson.
JFK or
Or
Jefferson.
wait, I thought you were about to name like the ones that are on it.
No, I was keeping two of them on there. Wait, which two?
Ah,
Yeah. Wait, Teddy's on there already.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, shit. I kind of just would change. Wait, who else on there?
Washington, Lincoln, Jefferson, and Teddy.
I'd probably take Jefferson off. Maybe switch him to
You,
somebody else.
yeah.
Just to kind of space it out, you know. And mostly for the reason that him
Yeah.
and Washington are too close together to have them both on there. Because I want to. I mean, you know. Or we should just add a fifth one.
I had a new one. That'd be cool.
Because I think everybody on there is obviously deserving. You know,
Yeah.
nothing
Um,
against Jefferson. I'm not anti. I don't even know. Fucking what was his greatest significant thing he did as president? I know probably a
uh,
lot of shit. I mean, we were still a very new country then.
Lots of foreign policy stuff. He was in France all the time, hanging out. And people were telling him, they were like, Mr. President, you got to go do some government. He was like, no, I'm chilling in France. Uh, was the fucking purchase him?
Louisiana
Yeah,
Purchase,
big purchase.
Jackson.
I have no idea. I passed multiple college history classes, just by the way.
I'm a political science major. You are too. We don't know this shit. What did fucking
I don't know. What do you want me to do, man? I only have so much space in my head. Yeah, it was Jefferson. All
wait?
right.
Which purchase did he make?
Louisiana purchase.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. It was Jefferson.
Then what did Jackson purchase?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe he did some expansion out west.
Indian Removal Act.
I mean,
That's his big thing. That's the fun of it.
yeah.
Not fun. You know what I'm saying though. Like bad fun. Oh, War of 1812. Fuck shit up there. Uh,
I did.
wow, I feel really stupid. I thought he purchased a large portion of land. Oh, he admitted fucking, well, Arkansas to the Union. he was kind of fucked up, man. He was not really that. I mean, he did some good shit. I feel like, but I feel like a lot of people, there's he's definitely a fucking not a lot of people's favorite.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I
And
don't think he's a whole lot of people's favorite.
He's Trump's favorite.
Yeah, that is right, isn't
He's on the wall in his office and shit.
it? Yeah, I did. Yeah, in the tweet where I said, they were replacing all four, I did Kennedy, Eisenhower, and then I was kind of stuck between the three Adams, Monroe, and Madison. I feel like you could do any two of those three, and it would be it would work out fine. I would personally probably leave off Adams. He didn't, I mean, he didn't do as much, I feel like. He's significant in everything, but probably add them other two. I don't know. You could put Adams on there, though. It'd be cool. He was number two. It's a pretty big one. I don't know. I saw some other pretty similar answers. I saw some people just putting wild shit like Van Buren. It's like, I don't know, man.
Damn, when you're thinking about it, like I don't know, like we haven't had that impressive fucking presidents, really. I mean, some have been extremely impressive, but like some of them didn't do shit
Yeah.
that we're aware of. I'm sure shit happened, shit stayed running. We're still here.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like a lot of them did some shit. Some of them did more than others, obviously, but, you kind of go over them so quickly in history. In history classes in school, you kind of do brush over. I mean, you talk about the Revolutionary War and you talk about some other wars, but you kind of do, you jump from like the Revolution to the Civil War. And then you jump from like the Civil War to like World War One. And you learn a little bit of stuff in between, but you don't really focus on the presidencies of a lot of those guys. You kind of skip over 'em. Like, what the fuck did Grover Cleveland do? I don't know. He was president twice, two times, two different non-consecutive times. I think he was the one who had a kid out of wedlock, Grover, and it hurt like his reelection bid. They didn't take. I think it was him. I don't know. I don't want to slander his name, none,
Well,
but
he did shut down the fucking Pullman strike to keep the railroads going. Defeated some labor unions.
so he's probably not a lot of people's favorite either.
No,
No. Um. Yeah, there's just a lot of presidents in there. I feel like you don't really learn all that much about. But then after like World War One and on, I feel like we learned pretty good about those guys.
it's crazy. This is all. It's so interesting how we just like how we've become this powerful thing. So in his second term, Grover Cleveland fucking he repealed the Sherman Silver Purchase Act,
Oh, yeah.
a blow against the free silver movement.
Yeah, that was the
And
big thing at the time. Gold and
like,
silver.
what a thing! How are we so powerful as we are today? I guess nobody else is really better, but it's like what is so special that we about the United States today? What makes us the fucking greatest country in the world?
We feel like we run shit. We have a large economy, massive military.
That's all good
We just
shit.
lead shit on the world stage.
But like, I feel like everybody else should be at that point too. These are all basic things. Who's not there? There's some fucked up countries.
I mean, China's, they're doing their thing. They're pretty big over there. India is, I've listened to some things saying India, in the future will just, it'll explode. It'll be big. I mean, like economically, it'll be big. Already
Brit,
super big in
Same
population.
thing for Indonesia, I think.
Indonesia,
Mhm.
uh, not quite as big, but Vietnam is doing some interesting stuff.
What will happen to our European allies? Because they suck.
Yeah.
Like fucking France. All they do is export luxury goods. But what about when people stop giving a fuck about that?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, we don't have the most inspiring world leaders across the pond to really help us out. I don't know what's going to happen to them. They'll have to adapt. Just start electing different leaders. Really don't know. Are you looking at what percentage of France's economy?
Is luxury
Luxury
goods.
goods?
I read some shit about this the other day.
I was like 70% sure that's what that search bar said. I was like, yeah, that's what that sentence looks like.
I can't find it.
Who even knows? Who even knows? We don't have a Jamie to pull things up. It's just us sitting at our computers. Uh, Let me see. We could hop into fights because we have something we want to do at the end that might take up a little bit of time.
Yeah, how long are we into this?
Like 26
That
minutes.
ain't bad. Let's
It's
roll.
no, it's not bad, but the UFC is doing a UFC matchmaker thing.
No one
Matchmaker
should participate except for
sweepstakes.
us,
Yeah,
though.
yeah. Stay out of it. We're gonna do it on the show, so you don't have to. I'm just kidding. You can hop in. Whatever. I mean,
Or you can't.
or don't, or just listen to us do it and win, and we'll document the thing. We'll do podcast on the road. They're flying people out to Vegas and shit. Wow.
We'll record all of our interactions with fucking everybody
Yeah.
and just fucking post them on the pod.
Get them on the show. So yeah, I mean, you build your dream card and you submit it, and I guess they're going to pick cards, and whoever's they like best. You're also going to get to attend some like matchmaker meetings and shit, which I think would be obviously flying out to
You think
Vegas
they
and
do?
seeing fights.
You think they just fucking hang out in a room and drink beer and fucking talk about shit?
uh, Honestly, I'm sure they do more, but they definitely do that. Oh, I don't know.
Staying awake.
I don't know. Maybe. Uh, I'm sure they're having a good time. I don't know. I bet it's cool. I mean, they definitely they look at shit. I'm sure they got to have like just databases full of things they look at and pull numbers from.
Shit.
Look at people when they last fought. What their record's looking like, level of competition they've had,
We got
see who's
Miranda.
available.
We got fucking. I'll just jump us into the fights. I'm looking at the very bottom of the card. You on the fight page?
I do have it. Yeah.
Fucking
Oh, is that for this weekend?
yeah, this weekend.
Just real quick, Aspinall won his
Oh
fight.
yeah,
Yeah,
I heard people say I didn't watch it. I was fucking working, but I went back and I did watch his fight and a couple other ones that were on, so I didn't watch the whole card. Fucking he's left his chin out there quite a bit,
yeah,
but it didn't really matter because he's fast and athletic as fuck. He's also just a mountain of a human being.
yeah. I did see. I saw somebody say something like that. They were, this is the guy you guys think is going to beat Pavlovich and Jones when he's sticking his chin straight up in the air like that. Uh, I don't think he's going to beat Jones. Maybe he could beat Pavlovich. I guess. I think Pavlovich is fucking dangerous though. It'd be a great fight. I don't think either of them is going to beat John Jones though. I just betting against John Jones is
A good way to lose your mind.
yeah, good way to lose money. Yeah, so Aspinall looked good. He is probably going to fight. He's. I know John Jones said he's interested in fighting him, but this is John Jones, so we don't really know. I think there's a possibility that Jones and Stipe retire after their fight, and then we have something like Pavlovich and Aspinall for the title. Uh, I think I think he could win the title that way. I don't think he'd beat Jones though. I can't. Especially if John Jones goes in there and beats Stipe. Like,
It's gonna be ugly that another person gets the belt and then just fucking leaves it again.
yeah,
It's become a regular thing for heavyweights. That's why I think. I mean, like I don't know. Whoever wins that one, I'm sure Jones will probably beat Stipe.
I think so. It's been a while since Stipe's fought. Not that John Jones is super active, but Stipe's, He's older, hasn't fought in a while. Last time he did fight, he got viciously knocked out by Francis Ngannou, who's gonna murk some people in PFL. Absolutely demolish them.
What's happening at heavyweight? Like who's we're just at kind of a spot where like everybody at the top is getting ready to retire. Do you think somebody's going to move up from fucking light heavyweight or no?
Um,
Who can?
I really don't know. I don't know that anybody would go up and really challenge for the title, make it a problem. Blahovic is a pretty big guy. I don't. He could do heavyweight, but even then, there are some. I mean, there are guys that weigh in at like 264, 265. A lot of these light heavyweights that if they were to come up, they'd be like 240. You know, I don't know. I can't remember what Jones fought at. What did John Jones fight at when he
He
fought?
fought. Actually, I think he was like 250.
I think he might have 248. Yeah. So I think in this, John Jones is a freak of nature. But I don't. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Blahovic, but he's fighting Pereira this weekend, and the winner of that fight is going to fight Jamal Hill, the light heavyweight champion.
Wait, who did Tom Aspinall just beat?
Marcin Tybura.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not bad. Not a bad fighter by any means, but Tom Aspinall was, it was Tom Aspinall in front of a London crowd. He was going to have a performance. Um, Also, fucking one last guy to shout out on that card, Paul Craig, moved down to middleweight, beat Andre Muniz, hit him with some vicious elbows on the ground. He was a monster at light heavyweight. He was that guy that I've been saying. A lot of people say it. They feel like he can beat anyone on any night, but he loses to random fighters. Like he has a win, a, a knockout win, TKO win over the current light heavyweight champion. He also beat like Shogun Hua, Nikita Krylov, but now he's moving down to 185. Good performance there. Crazy to move down a weight whenever the current champ is a guy you have a win over, but you know, maybe he feels like he's just going to tear through people at 185. Uh, but no, we do have some great fights this weekend. Crazy fights. It's going to be a great card. The headliner, I feel like everyone knows that at least by now. Poirier and Gaethje are running it back. It's been 5 years since they fought, and they're doing it for the bad motherfucker belt. 5 rounds. Blahovic, former light heavyweight champ, is taking on Pereira, moving up a weight class. Stephen Thompson's fighting Michelle Pereira. Tony Ferguson and Bobby Green are going to duke it out. Michael Chiesa, Kevin Holland, Gabriel Bonfim, whose brother just fought the other week, and I'm pretty sure he got another win. Hope I'm not wrong in saying that. They're very exciting fighters, though. Derek Lewis is on the prelims, and he's not headlining, which is insane. You feel like Derek Lewis he's taken some L's recently, sure.
It's crazy that he's not even like the headliner of the prelims.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. It's Derek Lewis. People want to see him fight. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, Fighting on the prelims, if you're somebody that doesn't buy pay-per-views, one of those scoundrels
Yeah.
who doesn't buy the pay-per-view every single time,
You see bastards.
Dana White is going to have you thrown in prison, federal prison.
Shit.
He said that one time. He wasn't talking about that. He was talking about the camp that was throwing fights. I'm blanking on the dude's name right now. But he's fucking talking to a reporter, and he was like, he's going to go to prison, federal prison.
It's awesome.
And Dana White's just, he's the man. He's, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why Derek Lewis isn't headlining the prelims at least. He's lost some fights recently, which I understand, but like, damn, dude, it is Derek Lewis. You still feel like he could knock out anybody at any given time.
Wait, how's his? Okay, yeah, he's lost. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, no, he's lost some fights. He's lost some fights, but I feel like so Pavlovich and Spivak are fighting sometime. I don't know when. And those are a lot of people think that might be, the winner of that fight might get a title shot. And those are two of the guys that Derek Lewis lost to. And he also got knocked out by Tai Tuivasa, which, Tai is a dog. He's just an absolute warrior. He's also got a new fight booked. Let's see if I can find that real quick. Tuivasa does.
Yeah, I'm looking. It's not on the fucking.
Oh, fuck.
Is it on the UFC page yet? No, right.
It's Alexander Volkov he's fighting.
Oh, okay.
Top 15 heavyweight for him. Where is Volkov on these rankings?
Volkov's decent. I just saw him up there. He's like top 10.
Yeah, number 7. Volkov.
It's a good fight.
He's dope. We were just talking about Derek Lewis. Volkov and Lewis fought. And it was looking bad for Lewis. Like he was going to lose a fight. They were in the 5th round. Like he's about to lose. And Derek Lewis kind of just he just hit him with some shit, dropped him, got on top of him, pounded him out. I think maybe less than a minute left in the fight. Got the win after losing the whole fight.
Tai Tuivasa is only 30 years old. Do you think he could get him a fucking title at heavyweight?
I don't know, man.
Because heavyweights don't usually, they last for a long time.
Yeah, that's true. They do. I just don't know. I don't know. You feel like heavyweights are going to get better as time goes on, just like everything else does. And I just don't really know. I don't know. Tuivasa would have to evolve his game some because he's basically a stand-up guy. He's a brawler.
But can a stand-up guy win at heavyweight?
Yeah. Yeah, they can, but
who's going to fucking, like, when, is it, could he beat Tom Aspinall?
That's a good question.
Because Tom Aspinall's coming for the title.
Could he? Yes. Do I think he would? No.
They both are 30. Okay.
I think Aspinall would beat him. He's a more well-rounded guy, and he can stand and trade with Tuivasa.
Curtis Blades is only 32. Could he get could he get the belt? Has he held the belt before?
No. He is somebody on paper you would think would like maybe get the title because he can wrestle. He has heavy hands. Not really a jiu-jitsu guy, but he can wrestle. But every time he goes to take that step up in competition, he gets beat. So he built up a really good win streak early in the UFC. He beating guys like Alistair Overeem, Mark Hunt, Alexei Oleinik, those kind of guys, and then he gets knocked out by Francis Ngannou. And then he builds another win streak, beats Dos Santos, Volkov, and then he gets knocked out by Derek Lewis. And then he's the guy that Aspinall fought when he had that injury. Blades was. So, yeah, he technically beat Aspinall, but it was an injury. And he also won 2 other fights. And then he gets knocked out by Pavlovich. So every time he goes to take that step up in competition, he gets beat. But he has, the skills, I think.
He does, and looking at it now, he did just keep on fucking losing shit.
Yeah, he's good, but I don't know. He's like a top 10 guy, not a top 5 guy.
I mean, but the top 3 guys are probably going to retire.
I mean, Jones and Miocic definitely could be out. They could be going soon, this year soon.
Pavlovich, how is he? 31. He's young. He'll probably get
stick around for 10 years.
Yeah. Curtis Blades he's not very old. Yeah, he's
32.
32. He's probably, let me see.
Aspinall's 30. We said that one. Tuivasa's 30. I mean, yeah.
Derek Lewis is fucking. The way he's been getting knocked out. I don't know how many.
He's been getting knocked out.
He's also 38.
Good. Yeah, so Derek Lewis is maybe about to go to PFL. He would slaughter people there too. Him and Francis meeting up again in PFL would be nice.
Volkov is 34. I don't know. Maybe somebody new will come up because like everybody's kind of they're all everybody. There's nobody younger than 30.
Yeah, yeah. That Jalton Almeida. I don't know how old he is, but he's new, kind of in the rankings. He's 32, so he's not much younger than these guys, but he's kind of jumped into the rankings. You know, he was a contender series guy, hasn't lost a fight in the UFC. Great submission game, which I think is what separates him from like everyone else at heavyweight. Because like even Curtis Blades, he can wrestle, and a good wrestler can neutralize a jiu-jitsu guy, but he doesn't have jiu-jitsu. Almeida's like he's a very serious submission threat at heavyweight. That I think he's a fucking problem, big problem. I've said that before on Twitter too. I'm almost certain. Um, yeah, but this weekend though.
Oh, he is badass. He's beating the fuck out of quite a few people.
Oh yeah, no, he's dope, dude. He's good. He's submitting people too, like high, UFC heavyweight. So I think he could be a problem. Uh, Derek Lewis though this weekend, he's fighting a guy that same age as he is, 38, on a 2-fight win streak. He submitted Arlovsky last year. He's got a TKO win over Ben Rothwell. He's been in the UFC for a minute. He's just he'll win two and then lose one. And he's the guy that Derek Lewis is fighting. Is Derek Lewis going to get knocked out? Or is Derek Lewis going to send his head into orbit?
Fucking, I hope he sends his head into orbit. 'Cause I just like Derek Lewis, but it's hard to know right now.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say I think Derek Lewis gets it done. I think he avenges, I think he gets back in that win column. I think he does it. He's also a Texas guy, so cool to root for him. He also has great post fight interviews, so if we could get one of those moments, that'd be nice. I think Derek Lewis gets it done. I don't think he's fucking out of it yet.
I hope he doesn't. Fucking, I mean, I hope he does, but I don't know. Other dude's kind of fucking, he's solid. I don't know. It's gonna be good. I feel like it's a step down in competition from who he's been losing to.
Yeah.
Because Derek Lewis just been, who's beat him recently?
Lewis?
Yes, Spivak choked him
Yeah.
or did whatever to him.
Pavlovich. Um, Tuivasa.
He beat Chris Dawkins or whatever his
Yeah, I was
name
about to
is.
say. Then he's got
Cyril Gahn beat him,
yeah,
and that's we're going direct when he beat Curtis
Curtis
Blades.
Blades. Yeah, no. So he's I think he's still capable of some good knockouts at heavyweight. And yeah, I don't know. I'll go ahead and say Derek Lewis. Think he gets it done. Uh,
He's dropped three though in a row. It's
yeah,
hard to
no,
really fucking. I don't know. I mean, he is the Black Beast.
yeah,
I,
might
I love him. I want him to win, but fucking, I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe he will. He's cool. The guy that is headlining the prelims, Gabriel Bonfim. We talked about he and his brother before. Also, I was wrong earlier when I said that his brother got a win the other night. He did not. He lost. Fought Benoit Saint Denis on the Strickland Magomedov card and got submitted in the first round with 12 seconds left. So, I mean, that's not great for him. But his brother Gabriel is headlining the prelims this Saturday, and he's dope. I still like his brother. He just, he dropped his last fight. But Gabriel Bonfim, he kind of, he lit shit up when he did his debut. Got a 49-second guillotine submission, and he fights Trevin Giles, who is good. He's not bad at all. Just got a split decision win over my guy, Preston Parsons, in San Antonio. I watched that fight. I was disappointed. Not in Preston Parsons, just in the outcome. Split decision, close fight. And now Giles fights Bonfim. Bonfim's undefeated in MMA. He's never lost. The fight that he had back in January against Laziz, that's his only win in the UFC. He's a contender series guy. He fought in LFA before then. I wonder if he was. No, he wasn't the champion,
I mean,
or else he would have been headlining that card right there. Oh, I'm on a Sherdog, so I can pull up like the card he was on. Um, no, he did not. Yeah, so not the champ, but he beat everybody he fought in LFA too. So, and he's cool. I like him quite a bit. Uh, and Trevin Giles is a pretty high level guy. Like he's a step up in competition for sure.
Bonfim is a plus 260 if you're looking for a fucking bet.
I like that quite a bit.
That's a good one.
That's a good bet. I do like it because I want to believe.
Put together my fucking
Yeah. No, Bonfim's good. Like I said, undefeated guy.
Derek Lewis is a plus 155.
Take it.
I'm going losers this weekend.
No, man, that might be a good parlay. Um, no, I was really impressed with him in his debut, and I watched his contender series fight. It went like pretty similarly, like first round submission. He's submitting dudes, which is just awesome. Always like to see that. Pretty sure he fights at 170. Do I have that right? I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to find that out super easily either. Yeah, it's a welterweight. No, I was looking at the wrong page. So another guy with a submission threat in a division where I don't know. There's some submission threat guys at welterweight, but Bonfim he's submitting guys quick.
Shit.
So I like him quite a bit.
He's a plus 260. Yeah, let me
I like that quite a bit. Giles is nice though. I will say I haven't talked about him at all, but he is very good. He beat Preston Parsons, but he has a win over Roman Dolidze. Very good. He has a win over uh, Ryan Spann, who I was looking for. Very high level guy.
It says Bonfim is a plus 260 on the fucking UFC website. On FanDuel, he is actually a minus 350.
Oh wow, what? That's so odd.
Giles is a plus 250, or Giles or whatever, fucking plus 255.
Huh. That's interesting. I would definitely take Bonfim as the underdog. I think he's going to get it done.
Oh, he's not. No, he is on there. On here, he's
Yeah.
not.
No.
Fucking. I wonder
If anyone else has him at the UFC odds, it seems weird that the UFC odds would be that off or just different.
I guess I'm gonna fucking throw him on my parlay. It doesn't change a whole lot. Why not? So we got fucking
Michael Chiesa and Kevin Holland. They're fighting. That'll be fun. Kevin Holland fights are always fun. I don't know. Chiesa's a high level. He's got high level wrestling and jiu-jitsu too. So that's kind of where it's where it gets a little tough. Not that Holland's not good on the ground because he is, but we did see him get ragdolled by Kamzat. Not that Chiesa is
terrible matchup. Kamzat is also fucking consistently weighs in fucking 10 pounds overweight.
Yeah. He also fucked the whole card up. Although the matchups they made ended up being pretty good. I mean, aside from the Kamzat one, I mean, he just demolished Kevin Holland. But Michael Chiesa is not Kamzat Chimaev, although he is very good on the ground.
Stephen Thompson beat Kevin Holland back in 2022, December.
Great fight.
At 5 minutes in the fourth round, did he knock him out right at the end? I don't remember.
No, his corner stopped it. I can't remember why. But his corner did stop the fight. I think maybe he broke his hand. He was just like, I can't punch anymore. So, But it was a very good fight. They were like they were talking to each other because Stephen Thompson, notoriously very nice guy, very polite,
Yeah.
and Kevin Holland was just. I don't know how bad he was talking. I don't think he might have been talking a little trash, but he would also be like, "Oh, nice one," and Thompson would just smile at him and laugh. It was a good, fun fight. They were both standing up, just kickboxing each other. Very
That's
fun.
cool.
Yeah. Great. I like both of them. And they both fight this weekend, just not each other. Um, I don't know who I would have for that fight, man. Because Chiesa is dangerous on the ground. He's also lost his last two. He lost to Luque and Sean Brady.
I think fuck it. It's hard to know because he needs to win. Kevin
He needs
Holland's
to
not
win.
going anywhere.
Yeah, Kevin Holland just knocked out Santiago Ponzinibbio back in April. God, I like Kevin Holland quite a bit. So I think I just got to root for him on that alone, really. You know what I mean? Also, fucking feel like that's not bad. I don't know. He's got impressive wins. I think maybe Chiesa has the more impressive wins, but Holland's been more active. His recent losses are also not bad. Stephen Thompson and Kamzat, not bad guys to lose to by any means. Yeah, I think I'm rocking with Holland. I think he would be my pick there. I think he's able to survive on the ground, get up, use his length, his range, to not just get taken down and wrestle fucked like what happened against Kamzat. I don't know. These are good matchups. This is why it would be interesting to go to that matchup
Yeah.
meeting, see what they're thinking when they put these together, because these are good matchups. Not bad at all. I think that could be a very fun fight, or Chiesa could just wrestle him to a decision. Something that is either going to be a very fun fight or a very sad fight is the fight
I
after
was
that one.
just thinking. I was just looking at Bobby Green's record, and he has
El Kukui,
the guys that Bobby Green loses to. Fucking
dogs.
yeah.
Dogs. Absolute savages. And Bobby Green himself is a fucking savage. Not that Tony Ferguson isn't.
I don't know, bro.
Dude, Tony Ferguson, he's the man. He was the man.
He was the man, but he got beat up too bad one time.
Dude, he got beat up too bad all the time.
All the time, yeah.
All the time over the past 3 years. The fight with Gaethje, horrific. One of the most brutal beatdowns I've ever seen. Charles Oliveira beat him. I don't really remember that fight that well. I don't know that it was necessarily a brutal beatdown. Maybe it was, though. I just don't fucking remember. Darius did the same thing to him. Don't remember that one all that well either. I remember him getting beat, but that's kind of it. Michael Chandler knocked him out with that vicious head kick, that front kick.
Nearly killed him, right?
Yeah. And then he did have a fun fight with Nate Diaz, I will say. He did lose, but they had a fun little fight. It was cool. Bobby Green, he's not in the same boat, obviously, very different situation. But Bobby Green is a guy who could use a win too, He's got, he beat Iaquinta. That's good. Hack Parast. Don't know what he's doing now. But he's got, Fazeev, Dober. I mean, these are, I don't know. I don't know that Bobby Green is going to put the hurt on him like Justin Gaethje put the hurt on him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm looking at Tony Ferguson's record, like the whole thing. He did sure beat the fuck out of. He's been beat people up for years.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, his run to the top was so insane. Like you've heard about, like they wanted him and Khabib to fight. Yeah, it was booked like 5 times, and it just never happened. There were injuries, there were cancellations, there was fucking Tony Ferguson. Like they were gonna. I can't remember. There was a whole pay-per-view that got fucked up because Tony Ferguson, I think he tripped on a cord doing some media for the fight. And so, like, a couple days before the fight's supposed to happen, Tony Ferguson has to pull out. Got an injury. And then fucking Max Holloway, I think, was going to step in after that. And I think they weighed him and told him he couldn't fight. Maybe that was somebody else. I don't know. They eventually got to Al Iaquinta, and Habib ran through him like you would expect. But Ferguson and Habib were supposed to fight like 5 times. And that's like during that Tony's big fucking run up to the top that you see. I mean, the names on that list alone are crazy. Barboza, Dos Anjos, Kevin Lee, Pettis, Cerrone. He was a fucking killer. Went on that big streak, and the fight with Habib just never happened. You know, like he won the interim title against Lee in 2017, and that's kind of what set up I don't know if it set up the first fight between them, but it did set up one of the fights between them. And he would have had a chance to do it again if he had won against Gaethje, because that was for the interim title too. And I think that's what Gaethje used to go fight Habib and get, smashed. Man, it is tough to pick Tony Ferguson
It's hard.
though over somebody. And I'm not going to do it. I'm going to pick Bobby Green. I think Bobby Green gets it done. Wait, are they fighting at, let me see. I don't know that this will change my answer any. They're fighting at lightweight. No, it doesn't change my answer any at all, in fact. So, yeah, I don't know, man. It's hard for me to see Tony Ferguson getting the dub.
I'm going to skip that one for now. My parlay.
Yeah, think about it a little. I don't know, man. I would either leave it off or bet on Green, probably. I also bet shit wrong all the time, so, you know.
But Tony Ferguson, fucking, I mean, they both have shit to prove, but I mean, like, if he didn't win this one, like, is he out? Is he retired?
Probably. I think so. I think, yeah. I mean, I feel like people have said that after you lose 3 in a row, people think about it. Some people think about it real hard. But if you lose 4 and 5 in a row, it's like,
How many has he lost in a row? 3 right now?
No, I think I think it's 5.
No, he won one. He won one recently. Like,
No, not recently. No, I think it's 5.
In a while.
Yeah, so a loss on Saturday would be his 6th loss in a row.
I don't know how you don't bet against him.
Yeah. Would like to bet for him, but man, I don't know that you can. It's hard. It's tough.
It's a big slump.
Although, if he does win, somebody who bets heavy on Ferguson is going to win a bunch of money.
I'm going to do my bet 2 ways. I'll just bet on both of them. I'll do a couple parlays. Now we got Stephen Thompson.
Yeah, Stephen Thompson and Michelle Pereira. That's a fun one. I think they're both just going to kind of, I don't know. They're both stand-up guys. Pereira does have some submission skills. Like he's not bad on the ground by any means. But he's mostly a stand-up guy. He knocks people out. That kind of thing. Knocked out Ponzinibbio last year. Andre Fiallo, Nico Price, Chaos Williams. He's built up a little bit of a win streak. And now he runs into Stephen Thompson, who is older than he used to be. 40 years old.
Good.
Still very good. Pieced up Kevin Holland real nice when they fought. And his losses are not bad either. Bilal Muhammad,
Gilbert Burns.
These are not, and they're decision losses. It's not like he's getting knocked out or submitted. He beat Jeff Neal and Vicente Luque, which are high level wins. Very good fights, both of them too. Stephen Thompson just completely outclassed them both. And those are guys that are really good on their feet. He got knocked out by Anthony Pettis in Nashville. That was the last time that the UFC's gone to Nashville. Was that card?
23rd, 2019.
Yep. That would have been cool to see. That was Anthony Pettis moving up in weight class. He jumped up and pushed off the cage with he did like a Superman punch off the cage and
That's
hit.
Cool.
Yeah, and hit Thompson with it, knocked him out. which is a crazy thing to do in a cage fight against a guy like Stephen Thompson. Pereira is good. He's never fought somebody quite like Stephen Thompson, though. Thompson would be his highest level of competition he's faced.
If he beats him, is he fucking? He's 28-11. How old is he?
I don't know.
They're 29.
29.
He's pretty young.
Young guy.
So if he gets like this win, he fucking, it fucking kind of like, because he's ranked 15th now.
Yeah.
This would be a big win.
It would be the biggest of his career. I feel like the situation at 170 is messy, though. You know what I mean? Because you got Khamzat moving up. You got Colby and Leon are fighting for it soon-ish. So that's happening. Usman and Shavkat are not going to fight. They train at the same gym. And Usman has said that he would not fight him unless it was for a title, I believe. So Usman and Shavkat is a fight that I think makes sense, but you're not going to see it. Maybe one of these guys will get. Maybe the winner of this fight will fight Usman. You know, that's a possibility. Bilal's probably waiting for a title shot. He's probably going to sit it out. Burns, he has a claim to one too. I don't know. And the winner of this fight will definitely be in that, in those same kinds of conversations. But Sean Brady, young guy coming up. There's a lot of guys that have been in the division for a long time, like Neil Magny and Chiesa, who's fighting this weekend. He's in number 12, so if he beats Kevin Holland, he'll jump up into that top 10. There's just a lot of this card will be pretty good for both the lightweight division and the 170 division. It'll shake things up a little bit. I think you got to go with the experience with Stephen Thompson. He's 40 years old, but he did just piece up Kevin Holland. He looked good. His last two losses have been understandable to high-level competition. He's a kickboxing god. And Pereira ain't fought nobody like him. So I think I got to go with Stephen Thompson there. What are the odds looking like on him? You got those?
I want to see. Here we go. Stephen Thompson's a minus 174 on FanDuel as of 4:23 on Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of get that. Although, if you're looking to bet underdogs, Pereira, whatever price he's at.
He's a plus 100. I actually have him on my fucking.
Damn.
I think he's got it.
I would have hoped it was a little better, but that's all right. No, I mean, he's good. He's on like a 5-fight win streak or something like that. Yeah, 5-fight win streak. Let me see. So we got, let me look here. Oh, yeah. The two big fights. I left them out when I said this card will, it'll change things in the lightweight and the welterweight division. Don't know how I skipped over the light heavyweight division. Literally, the winner of this fight is going to fight Jamal Hill. It's a fact. We know it. Jan Blachowicz and Alex Pereira. I think it's a great fight, firstly. For Pereira's first fight at 205, that's a good one. Blachowicz, former champ, makes sense. He would be in this kind of a conversation. And I don't know, man. I have a really hard time with this fight because we haven't seen Pereira fight at 205 before. And and he got knocked out by Izzy at 185. Yeah, so I think there's just a lot of unknowns with Pereira at 205. He was cutting weight like 3 weeks out, so he doesn't have to do that anymore now that he's up. So maybe that'll help him out in there. Help him, retain that power.
Yeah.
Chin strength.
and he still has the fucking, he's taller, has fucking more reach, a little bit by an inch.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know that I can bet against Blachowicz though. He has a very solid record at 205. We know what he can do at 205. We've been watching it for years. The only guy he's lost to in the past however many years is Glover Teixeira. He did fight to a draw with Ankalev for the title, which is very ugly.
Yeah,
A draw for a vacant title. But he's a killer at 205. Like I said, one loss in what is that, past 4 years, 5 years, 4 years, you know? So he's just a big guy too. Like Pereira is taller, but Blachowicz is like he's a big dude. Big for the weight class. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think, I just don't think I can pick Pereira. Like Blachowicz is also more well rounded, like Pereira is only a kickboxer, really. Blachowicz might take him down and just hold him there, you know? So I think he's got more ways to win. His record at 205 is, damn near perfect in the past couple of years anyway. Um, I think it'll be a fun fight though. I do think Pereira will be able to, he'll land some stuff. He'll hang in there for a bit, but I think it might be a bit too much for him. That's a hell of a guy to fight too in your first splash into a division.
I mean, I don't know. I think the weight cut thing matters a lot. I think that he's not going to have to cut weight when that was something that was probably taking up a significant amount of his time. I think he's just going to be able to prepare differently, and he's going to be fucking bigger. I mean, he was already a big dude. Now he just gets to fucking leave the muscle like stacked on.
Yeah. Damn. So you're leaning Pereira.
Yeah,
Damn. You're in. We have a big difference, a big fight. We will see. Let me see. Last one. Poirier, Gaethje, bad motherfucker belt. Two of the best guys in the division. Two guys that have fought one another before. Poirier, KO'd him 5 years ago. They're running it back. I had heard somebody say this though, and it maybe shifted my pick for the fight. Gaethje trains at he trains with Trevor Woodman, Elevation Fight Team, Colorado. Colorado, that because they're fighting in Utah this weekend. Elevation in Utah is like 4,000 something feet above sea level. Fucking, he's fighting in Colorado in a place that's like 5,000 feet above sea level. Fourier trains in Cape Creek, Florida, which is like 10 feet above sea level.
yeah,
So the elevation, I feel like, might be a big difference,
yeah.
because I feel like, I don't know that he's going to like completely gas out and just crumble. I'm not necessarily saying that,
It doesn't matter though.
but I'm just saying when you've got two guys that are fairly well, pretty even, pretty balanced, I think. Different fight styles, but they're kind of just, very similar in skill, I think. And when one of them's training at 5,000 feet above sea level and the other's not, and they fight at elevation, I think that could be a pretty big advantage. I just think, I don't know, but how badly will it affect him? Maybe it won't affect him that much at all. Maybe it does affect him and he still gets the job done. Because he did knock out Justin Gaethje in the third round. I believe it was the third round. I think it was a 3-round fight.
It was either the third or the fifth, whatever it was. It was a 5 round fight. It was the last round,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But like if he's able to knock out Gaethje in 3 rounds,
Fourth round. It was
fourth round,
36 seconds left in the fourth.
yeah, Okay, so yeah, that's longer. But like he was able to finish him within the distance. You know, maybe the change at elevation makes it go to a decision, or if maybe Poirier gets out there and outclasses, or Gaethje knocks him senseless and beats him down. I don't know. I don't know how big the elevation is going to be a factor. If I didn't fucking read that before yesterday, I would have came on here and said that I think Dustin Poirier is going to win this fight. He beat him before. I don't know that any of these guys have gotten worse since they last fought, but I think I don't really have any reason to believe that Poirier would lose. But then the elevation thing fucked me up, so I don't know. I don't even know that I can make a prediction.
God damn. Poirier has a fucking tremendous goddamn stack of bodies.
Yeah,
And he's just beat.
he does. He's been doing it for a long time. He's the man. I like him a lot. And I am going to pick him anyway. Fuck the elevation thing. Poirier's a dog. Also, Poirier could go train at elevation. I don't know that he has. I haven't seen anything that says he has or he hasn't. But it's not like it would be impossible for Poirier to train at elevation for this fight. You know? Now Gaethje does it all the time, but I don't know. I'm picking Poirier for sure because I like him quite a bit. Southern guy, good hot sauce.
I like Gaethje. I just think he's fucking. I just like his fuck. I love it. Just love the way he fights. I love the way both of them fight. I really don't mind either of them fucking winning. I don't want to see either of them lose.
Yeah.
You know,
Who are you going for though? Who would you pick?
He's an underdog.
Gaethje.
He's an underdog for my parlay, and I want him to win.
Well, there it is.
It's about
So,
money.
so yeah, we differ on the two big ones, the two big
It's
fights.
all good.
That's nice. We'll have to wait and see how they end up turning out. We're not going to have time to do the UFC matchmaker thing on this show. We'll do it afterwards and post our picks.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to actually see the fucking
Yeah, see the card.
see how this plays out because it'll determine like fucking you know for your Gaethje would for sure be on your fucking dream card. You know,
Oh yeah, yeah, it definitely would. Yeah, I don't know when that promotion ends. Uh,
Trevor Peak's gonna be on my card. Gotta be.
yeah, I don't know when it ends. So yeah, we're gonna do this at some point. We're gonna figure out when the sweepstakes ends. Um, yeah, looking forward to these big fights we got coming up this weekend. Going to be a lot of fun. Probably half my picks are going to be wrong, but that's fine. That's how it goes. And that card's stacked from top to bottom. So I've been slacking on the live tweeting during the fights, and I'm going to bring that back. It's a big card. There's going to be a lot of people watching. Get a lot of impressions on them tweets or whatever we're calling them now.
Wonder what? Yeah, there's fucking. I wonder what Bruce's suit's gonna be. This is a big card. Last week was
He looked
really
good in
nice.
that last
He looked
one.
fucking good, man. It was nice.
He looked good in that last one. Yeah. Oh, he's gonna kill it for this one. I bet. Big pay per view.
You got to.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Bruce's suit watch here on the Bonfire Briefing Podcast. We will send out a tweet about whatever tremendous suit he's picked out for those fights in
I wish
Utah.
I knew half a fuck about clothes like that. I would just be like, oh, that's the so and so. You know.
Yeah. I don't know.
Not that guy.
Yeah, I'm not rich enough to be in those circles or those stores.
No,
They don't even let me
They
in.
don't let me in. They fucking. They're like, you here to wash the windows?
Did
Or
they
something?
fucking hit me with a broom?
Yeah, they say get out. No, no.
Get out. What are you doing in here? Scram. Yeah. No. Yeah. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to be following up on those. Fucking good possibility we talk about them next weekend. Follow the podcast Bonfire Brief Pod on Twitter or whatever. Instagram too, but Twitter is the one that's more important. Podcast available everywhere, and we're out.